Right, so it shows you here that Leviticus 25 and no, yeah, oh wait, oh yeah, Leviticus 25:41, and then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, if he came with him, and shall return into his own family, unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. For they are my servants, saith Yahweh, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt, Mizraim. I say Mizraim because I want you to have a Hamite in your head. That's why I changed the word Mizraim. They changed it, I changed it back. It might look like I'm adding words or taking words from the scripture. I'm not doing that. I'm putting it what it says right there. If you read the Hebrew, it says Mizraim. They shall not be sold as bondmen. You cannot sell an Israelite as a bondman. And Israelites did that. Jeremiah 34 shows you that. And therefore, we all got put in slavery. Since we wanted to put them in slavery, we all got put in slavery because of that. Because of them. It's always the leaders. It's always been the leaders. But not, just like how not every so-called black man is good in basketball. Not every so-called South American, so-called Jacob descendants, because you have different skin colors over there. Not all of them are good in soccer. Or football, actually. Soccer, whatever you call it in English. Not every one of them is good in it. So, therefore, not every leader of the Israelites were bad. So that's just stupid. Not every leader, not every not every Pharisees and Sadducees were wicked too. Some of them were good. You know, no one is good but the Father, but I hope you know what I mean. For edification's sake, you have the good guys and the bad guys. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, over your Israelite brethren, but shall fear Yahweh. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, these are ones that are not getting paid, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Who was round about us at that time? Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that sojourn among you. So you had the heathens that we were allowed to buy, and we were allowed to treat them as bondmaids, meaning no pay, because it shows you here. Bondservant, a servant who serves bondage slave, a person bound by service without wages. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, the children if they was born in the land, and they shall be your possession, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. So the strangers and the heathen nations, so the strangers that lived among us, and the heathen nations round about us, Moab, Ammon, Edom, Ishmael was down there, or let me see something. Midianites also. We were allowed to enslave them too, perpetually. By the way, Assyrians, Hamath. Oh, I already said that. Elam, Media, the Medes here. Medes, Japhet, Ishmael, and also, let me see. Also, here. These ones, what was this again? Wait. No. It was something else. Sorry. Yeah, the Midianites, man. Where is that? Yeah, it's Elam, Persian. I wanted to say that, but anyway, it's all good. Wow, what just happened? you had the Midianites. Why are you? Huh? What the? Oh. Wait. Right. So Midian, which is down here. Here you have the land of Canaan, but here you have Midian. The Midianites live there, which is the other sons of Abraham. So, of them. But I'll get to a few scriptures. It shows you. The strangers that sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land. So the children that you begot in your land, the people, and they shall be your possession, and ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall. This is not like a possession as your wife. There's a different possession. These are the possessions when I say jump, you say how high. That one, that you could do with them, but not with your wife. You shouldn't do that. You can do it, but you shouldn't do it. I don't think you can't do that, man. I mean, like, you can do a lot of things. I mean, don't do what thou wilt. But I'm telling you, don't do it. That's what I mean. But you can do it, but you shouldn't do it. That's what I mean, right? So yeah. So it says here, you can jump off a bridge if you want to, but don't do it. That's what I mean with you can do it, but you shouldn't. That's what I mean with that. They shall be your bondmen forever. So the strangers are your bondmen that live among you, and the heathen are your bondmen that live around you, right? But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule over another with rigor. And if I'm correct, it's going to say that when they leave from you, you need to give them money. 47. So the same chapter 47. Leviticus 25. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger, or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he might be bought again, and we reckon it as the jubile, and you can't do that to the Israelites, but wait. It explains that we make each other rich this way. Where was that again? Wait. Oh, I'm actually sorry. It was Numbers, Deuteronomy 15 and 12. And if thy brother, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go empty. Right. Thou shalt furnish him liberally, freely, out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, which is the food, the threshing floor, and out of thy winepress you give him wine, and of wherewith Yahweh thy power had blessed thee. If you have a lot of gold, if you have a lot of gems, if you have a lot of cloth and stuff like that, if you have a lot of whatever, man, if you have slaves and you have really enough, give him too. Okay? Because you're blessed in that. So give him too, right? If you have 50 slaves and you notice like, oh, I got a lot. You give him what? 5? It's enough, man. 5 hands. Like 5 sets of hands. That's good enough, bruh. You know? Believe me, that's enough. So it says, wait, let me see. Of that wherewith Yahweh thy power had blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him. If you have been blessed with a lot of wells of water, well, then you give one to him. And thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman, not a hireling. Yeah? We were slaves, not a paid servant, in the land of Mizraim. And Yahweh thy power redeemed thee. He bought us back, just like how we are able to buy each other back if we are Hebrew Israelites. It explains it here in Leviticus 25. It explains it there. That's the same way that the Lord says he can buy you back too. So actually, we do it the same way the Lord bought us back. That's what I should have said, because the Lord is first, and then we model after him. Therefore I command thee this thing today. Let me see. And it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loved thee and thine house, because he is well with thee, then thou shalt take an awl. It's an ice prick, you could say. Awl. Here, this thing. Awl. It's an ice prick. Well, nowadays they use it for ice. Let me see something. And thrust it through his ear unto the door, and he shall be thy servant forever. And also unto thy maid servant thou shalt do likewise. And it shall not seem hard unto thee, when thou sendest him away free from thee. Which is Jeremiah 34. It seemed hard unto them, and therefore they took them back. And therefore the Lord says, oh, okay, so I'm going to send back the Babylonians then to come and kill you then. Because I sent them away, but now I'm going to send them back. Just like you sent away the Israelite slaves, and then you wanted them back. Okay, you can't do that. Did you believe? No. You let them go. At one point in time, let them go. But if he stay with you, that's on his individually. And also unto thy maid servant to okay, I already read that. For he had been worth of double hire. So let me read it again. Deuteronomy 15 and 18. It shall not seem hard unto thee, when thou sendest him away free from thee. For he had been worth a double hire servant to thee, and serving thee 6 years. And Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in all that thou doest. Okay, yeah, so that. Right. So, like I said, you have certain scripture that says forever, because it says that the Lord shall keep his anger forever with the Israelites. He clearly didn't. Here, for example, Jeremiah 17 and 4, sorry. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from that heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Clearly, the Lord is not burning forever. Clearly, because he has mercy upon us right now. I will have mercy upon the house of Jacob. So it's clearly not forever that his fire, his anger was kindled as a fire for, it's not forever. Not like that. So this one. But I would say it's an agreement between you and him. But there will come a time like you don't own him. Because it says here, you don't own him. Not like that, boy. Here. Leviticus 25 and 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Mizraim. I am Yahweh, your power. So, yeah, you can read this for yourself if you have the time. But the servants for perpetually, yeah, you can't do that. The Lord's gonna harm you, boy. But if he wants to stay, he stays. But still, I would remember the scripture of the Jubilee year and be like, I don't think it's a good idea. But anyway, the Jubilee year comes within what? 40? 50. I thought it was 49. Ah, it is 49. Yeah, I thought it was 49. It's explained here. The same chapter which I read. Here. 7 months. Where's it again? 8 until 13. 15th year. In the year of this jubilee, ye shall return every man unto his possession. Every man goes back to where they come from. And if thou sell aught unto thy neighbor, thou buyest aught of thy neighbor's hand. Ye shall not oppress one another. So you can't oppress him neither if he stays with you forever, perpetually as a slave. He's not perpetual, by the way. But he stays with you because he loves his master, he loves his wife, and he wants to stay with his master and his wife and all that there. Then you will live like a butler, basically. Butler? How do butlers live? A butler lives a good life. All he has to do is just take care of the master, and that's it. A butler's house. A butler. If I loved back in the days. I loved watching this guy, producer Michael. You know, I like watching this guy. I'm not into houses and stuff like that, bro. I look at things. I'll just look at it because I sometimes I have nothing to do. I click on stuff, bro. You know, I just click on shit. So yeah, he's worshiping rich people's houses. I'm not doing that. I'm not jealous. What the fuck you think? I don't even know what to say to a person that says I'm jealous. I'm looking at you like, what do you have that I want? Like, no, seriously, what do you have that I want? Just tell me. The thing, well, I don't know about you, man. But anyway, you have the. Oh, he doesn't have it. This house doesn't have it. Sometimes you have these places which are. They have like a maintenance people house. I mean, today we are in rooms, which is the staff, not the guest, but the staff. They're whatever. You have certain houses that have servants. They have, of course, they have servants. I mean, you can't clean this house alone. You can't. You can. Everything is possible. A lot of things are possible, but. Yeah, most of the time they will hire someone to be a servant, and then you will, especially if the person is a woman, they will have you living in the house and then cleaning the house and stuff like that. And then the so-called unholy days, then you go home with your family or whatever. And if you don't have family, then you can stay there perpetually. You just be in the house like a butler. I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. There's so many videos. And I can't see which one I can actually use to show you. I don't think it's this far. I haven't watched this far of this guy. 3 years? No, I don't think so. No, I haven't watched that far. I don't know. Guys, you're not going to believe this. You know what? Master bedroom. I'm gonna leave it at that. But the point that what I'm trying to make is that you will have servants. They will have like a Marilyn Monroe movie, right? Black doesn't have it. The servants, their houses, their rooms in the house will be like this and stuff. They have their own toilet. They have their own bathroom. Let's go in the. They have their own. They have their own anything, anything and everything. They have their own things. So your servants will live a great life, you know. So you know, because you're a master. You have a lot of substance and stuff like that. And then after a while, you let them go. And it should not seem hard to you to let them go, because the man will stay there for his wife and children and stuff like that. But I don't know how further. Because it's not really elaborating further on that, but you could make agreements with your master. I mean, you know each other. You know, it's like you know, you can talk to him, right? So let me see. It explains to you also about the Jubilee and everything that is owned in the Jubilee, anything and everything, it's canceled out there. So that's what I said with the perpetual. Let me see, hired servant. But as an hired servant, if thy brother be sold, thou shalt not compel a message. Okay, bondservant. But as an hired servant and Jubilee, okay, the servant the year of Jubilee. Okay, cool. So I can stop the video right now because I'm talking in circles right about now. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking. I'm gonna do what I was thinking about doing. So okay, you have here this already read. I already read this. Oh yeah, I put it here. This one I already have, so I can click this away. Outlandish and lacking rights, conceded rights, and here you okay. So now you have here concerning what we were doing back in the days. Let me see if this is still relevant. 1 Kings chapter 11 verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Mizraim, Pharaoh in Mizraim, in Egypt, women of the Moabites, Chinese, Ammonites, Japanese, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites. Now, I'm not sure if King Solomon had Edomites. He could have had, but this word is not Edomites. This word is Assyrians. Sorry, not Assyrians, sorry. Syrians, not Assyrians, but Syrians, which is Aramites. And you can catch that here, which is Syrians. So it's Hebrew 130, and it says here Aramat. A clerical error for 130. Who's 130? This one. And what is this one? That one, Edomites. So here it actually says Aramamya. Aramite. It's not fucking Edomite. This can't be two nations. It doesn't exist. Because that's two sperms. That's two seeds. It doesn't exist. Yeah? It doesn't exist. So they're lying to you there. So what women did King Solomon have? He had Aram. I wanted to say Assyrians again. Sorry about that. Aram, which is Syria. It's Aram. Right. Of the nations concerning which Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you. So who were those nations? Moabites and Ammonites, and even Aram. We should not have been going on. We should not have been going on into them, and they into us. So it's not just the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, and Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, wow, Hivites, Jebusites. It's not just them. It's the others too. Specifically, Moabites and Ammonites and Aramites added onto this too. But have we done this? Yes, we have done this. So don't worry too much about that, you know. Just know about it. Like, you should think a little bit different. Because when you know stuff, you start thinking like, should I do it? I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah. So that's that part. And okay, the Manasseh, I already know about that. This one, Acts, the Dutch were the world reserve currency. American dollars is the world reserve currency right now. Okay, you have that one, Seba and Dedan, and also Sheba and Dedan. So yeah, Seba, Sheba, and Dedan from Cush, Sabians. These two are Sabians. And you had, and you can catch them here. You can catch them here. These two different Sabians is here. Wait, let me go here. Isaiah 45, and where is it again? Here, Sabians, which is Hebrew 5436, and this one is Genesis 7. Genesis 7. No, 10 and 7, sorry. Genesis 10, 7. And which is, this one is that one. Hebrew 4, 5, 3. No, which one is it again? 3, 6. Wait, 4, 5. 5, 4. Sorry, 5, 4, 3, 6. 3568, 3568. Here and Ezekiel here. These are the two Sabians which I mentioned there. They're from Ethiopia. They're from Cush. I know that because it says it right here. So it says here, Ethiopia. See, it's Cush. So look, it says here, these one are Sabians, right? S-A-B and beans, right? Sabians. So it's Hebrew 5436. It says Sabaya. Sabaya. Drunkards, Sabians, and Sabaite, and 54. Here's the same thing, root word. 54. Different Kush. Seba. Okay, that's that one. That shows you it's from Kush. This one is from Kush. And this one is from Kush too. Here on Hebrew 30. Of course, this is Ethiopia. I mean, this Kush. Hebrew 3568. Kawash. This one, okay, I don't have to go up in this one. This is obviously Kush, but the Sabians are Kush too. Now, where were the other ones actually? Of course, they're all Kush, but these ones were mentioned somewhere else. Okay, you had Seba, and then you had Sheba. Wait, let me look Seba up again. Seba is Hebrew 5434. Yeah, it's Kush, I know that, but there's a verse where it is. Oh, yeah. So this one is in Isaiah 43. The other one is in Isaiah 45. So this one is 5436. And this one is 5434. Okay, so you have 54. That's not mentioned here. Wait, 5434. This one, and the Sheba is Hebrews 7614. This one here. Where was that again? You gonna see them mentioned as on Sabians, right? Let me see. The Queen of Sheba. It's Cushite. This is the Queen of Sheba. She's from that one, that line, not the Seba. She's from Sheba. I know that there's a difference because I read it somewhere. There's a difference between them because when you then I think in one chapter there was both mentioned, and that's when I found out. Wait a minute, there's two of the same people. Yeah, but anyway, it's the same thing, so it's not a big deal. But the bigger deal is here it comes like strange, like, oh shit. Genesis, these are Shemites. This Sheba and Dedan are Shemites, and this Sheba and Dedan are Cushites. There is where I got confused, like what? And then yeah, so yeah, upon the Arabians here, for example, if I'm correct, the burden of upon Arabia. So Arabia is where the Danites were. Dedan, they were there. But in the midst of the Hamites, there were the other Dedan. And yeah, day of Dedan shall fall by the sword. You see, Teman and day of Dedan, which is now the region. It's not talking about the people. The men of Dedan were thy merchants, many islands and stuff like that. The Dan merchants, Seba and Dedan, the merchants of and the merchants of Tarshish. Tarshish is Japheth, and you can catch that here. Here, Japheth, the merchants of Tarshish, the ships of Tarshish, and the merchants thereof and stuff like that. Anyway, let me see if I forgot anything. I know it was, I kind of forgot, but it was something confusing about these two. Maybe if I come across it again, I'll make a video or something like that. I already did, but you know, the thing is, if I make a video, in the midst of the video, I go over something. So I don't know exactly which video it is. Just like here now, I just go over a lot of topics. So if you catch it, you catch it. If even I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I don't know specifically where the videos are. If I mention something, I have no idea. So is it me talking? I don't know. I'm asking myself sometimes, like, huh? Where'd you get this from? I have no idea, boy. I'll tell you the truth. But let me see. Just can't remember shit. Let me see. About I read money. A stranger? No, that's not of thy seed. So what? No, we don't do that extra year nonsense. No. It's explained in the scriptures. I don't want to go off of Esau's nonsense because he confuses you. Here says like 10th year and this year 50. It's just madness. I'll be like, what? No. Anyway, let me wrap it up now. Deuteronomy, no. Jeremiah 17 and Exodus 12 and 21. Sorry, and 25 and what did I put here? 25. No, 2 Samuel. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Now the strangers that lived in the midst of us, according to the book of Leviticus chapter 25. I was thinking about that. Sorry about that. I was really looking, and I forgot what I was looking for, because oh yeah, because I was talking too much, so I lost my train of thought. So this is the book of Leviticus chapter 25. Here, no, I get this one then. This one then. Well, I could use this one. It's good too. So I don't need this one. So here it says, moreover, the children of strangers, right? And it says here, the children of strangers and the heathen, those are allowed to be bondmen and bondwomen, and not the Israelites, because you need to get them as hired servants. So in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 verse 21, chapter 21 verse 1 and 2, then there was a famine in the land in the days of David 3 years, year after year. And David inquired of the Lord. 1 Samuel 9:9 explains to you what he did. He went to the prophet. David went to the prophet, King David. And Yahweh answered through the prophet, it is for Saul and for his bloody house. He did a lot of murders because he slew the Gibeonites. That shows you that you are not allowed to just murder heathens. By the way, we had a covenant with them because, you know, the Lord will have mercy on whom he will. Because Samson murdered and he didn't pay for it. And Samson and Moses murdered. He didn't pay for that neither. I'm not giving the Lord. I'm not telling you to go murder people. That's not what I'm saying. But going on. And the king called the Gibeonites, King David, he called them, and said unto them, now the Gibeonites were not of the children of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites that were living amongst us. That's the point. Judges 1:21. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites that inhabited Jerusalem, but the Jebusites dwelt with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem unto this day. Those are the strangers. Joshua 15:63. And as for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and the children of Judah could not drive them. The children of Judah could not drive them out. But the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. It's the same thing here. There was you also had let me see, Ephraim and what's it again? Wow. Dwelled here. Joshua 16:10. And they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gezer, and Gezer is here, It's here. It's here somewhere here. Wait. Let me see something. You know what? Let me do this one. Gezer. Here. Here's Gezer. Close by the Philistines. These are the Canaanites. Gezer is Canaanite, and the Philistines are the Mizraim. So it says here, and they drave not out the Canaanites that dwelled in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites unto this day, and served under tribute. We made them pay tribute. And here is mentioned again, you had the Canaanites living in the midst of the Israelites, in this case Ephraim, but still Israelites. And those were the strangers, right? Let me see here. You also had the Mizraim dwelling in the midst of us. So, okay, now you know Canaanites was in the midst of us. Mizraim, which is Philistines, was in the midst of us. You had the Kenites living in the midst of us. Judges 4 and 11. Now Heber, the Kenite, which was Midian, was of the children of Moab, the brother-in-law of Moses. He's the brother-in-law. His father is Moses' father-in-law, right? Had severed himself from the Kenites and pitched his tent unto the plain of Zaanim, which is by Kadesh. And there's two Kadesh. You have a Kadesh, that's Naphtali Kadesh, and then you have another Kadesh, which is here, Kadesh Barnea, which is where Abraham was. He was here in Kadesh Barnea, which is downstairs of Israel, which is here somewhere. Oh yeah, look at here. You have Kadesh Barnea here, down there underneath Amalek, near the brook of Egypt, the river of Egypt. And then you had your Kadesh Hamath. Kadesh Hamath. Well, Kadesh Naphtali. Wait, sorry. You have Kadesh Hamath here, and then you have Kadesh Naphtali here, under Dan, as you can see here. So yeah. This is Kadesh Hamath. This is Kadesh Hamath, or Zobab, which is Sobath Hamath. It's the same thing. Lebo Hamath. And the Zobab is the region and stuff like that. And then you have Kadesh Hamath, you have Lebo Hamath, you have Hamath, and then you have Kadesh Naphtali here. Kadesh Naphtali. And it's one of the cities of refuge mentioned in the book of Numbers somewhere. So that's why what I know is Naphtali, Kadesh Naphtali. And Heber, the Kenite, he was living there in the midst of them. So you had the Kenites in our midst. In the time of King David, you also had the Jebusites living in the time of King David in Jerusalem. It shows you right here. Because they couldn't kick them out. Judah couldn't kick them out. So King David I think he let them pay tribute, if I'm correct. Verse 16, 2 Samuel 24:16. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yahweh repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord was by the threshing place of Araunah, the Jebusite. What was he doing there? He was living there, right in front of Jerusalem, and where is Jerusalem? Like before he went to Jerusalem. Jerusalem is here. Jebus. Here. So around this region over here, that's where the Jebusites were living. Because the Benjamites didn't kick out the Jebusites that was living among them. The Judites didn't kick out the Jebusites that was living among them. Ephraim wasn't kicking, he didn't kick out the Gezerites. And, the people here, which is these two places, which is the region of Dan. Manasseh here, but I saw the word Dan. Sorry. This is the region of Manasseh, right? They have been given it, but you had these people. No, you had, but I don't know. You had, okay, you had them. You had them, right? So you had Machites and you had the Geshurites. Now these are the Geshurites of the land called Aram, but you had the Geshurites also in the land of Canaan. Those are also Geshurites, just like Jebus. No, sorry, just like Sheba and the Dan from Abraham, and Sheba and the Dan from Cush. Here you have these. Where are they? These are the Geshurites and Machites, which are the children of going from. These ones are from Nahor, if I'm correct. They too, but they are from Nahor. Genesis chapter 22. Genesis 22. They come from Nahor, which are from Shem. These are Shemites. And then you have Geshuri. Oh yeah, here the Geshurites. But it's called Geshuri, but it's Geshurites. It's the same thing as this, because if you look up the Hebrew, it's the same word. Right. So these are Hamites that live in the midst, alongside of the Canaanites, the Philistines. They live there. And these are the ones that live upper in Gilead. These are the Geshurites of Gilead in Bashan. All Bashan, that whole region. These are the ones of Gilead. And these are the ones of Philistines, down there with the Philistines. And you can catch that here. Here's Bashan, here in the gray here, that word, Bashan. And also, remember that this is the land of Gilead. He had here. As you can see that here. Here. Gilead had that. He had this region. So, these two people, the Machites and the Geshurites, they are also in the land in the midst of us. So, let me read this again. It says now here, therefore, it says, wow, where did I put it? It says now here, therefore, Leviticus 25:44, both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, which were the Jebusites, the Canaanites, Amorites, also the Amorites, which are Canaanites, by the way. You had the Gezerites, which are not the Geshurites, but the Gezerites, which are Canaanites. And the Geshurites are Canaanites too, but they live with their brothers, the Philistines. You had the Gezerites, and then you had the, let me see, I just named them. Yeah, Ephraim, the ones that was dwelling among Ephraim. Let me leave it at that. Yeah, you had the ones that was living among us. That's the point I'm trying to make. And then you had the ones that was living a bit far from us, like the Moabites, the Ammonites, and stuff like that, right? Moreover, the children of the strangers that sojourn among you. These were the ones that was living among us. The Midianites were living among us, as the Kenites, they was living among us. Of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which ye beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. But they would be like our butlers, for example, like this. And then you would have these fancy mansions, and then you would have your butler living in one of these houses and stuff like that. You could say, right, your guest house and all that type of stuff, but you have their own houses in your house, yeah, for example. And there you have it. So with that, I will say let me see. No. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom.